Hey everyone, Samantha Pointer here with Get It Together. I'm the tech organizing guru, and I am here for another tech chat. It is Tuesday, and we're going to talk about the 5 big mistakes to avoid when mapping out your business processes. Now, all this month we've been discussing your business processes, how to do them, what they should look like, what they should contain. We've talked about the importance of them. And so I wanted to wrap up the month, close out the month with talking about what you should avoid when you're mapping them out. So you'll see me looking down at my notes, but hey, so we'll just jump right into it. So again, we all know that business processes are very, very important. It doesn't matter what business you're in, there is a process to how you do things in your business, whether that's how you obtain your clients or how you process payments or how you get out content to the world. There is a step-by-step process that you take that you take in your business. So with that being said, you want to map out these processes and tasks clearly, and that way when it's time to delegate or outsource or hire someone on your team, you can pass off your processes to them, and they can read them and execute them without you having to always be there to train everybody every second, every time you have somebody new or every time you have turnover. So that is why business processes are important. It is also important for you to have business processes for your own sake, because the more that you take on in your business, it's easy to forget how you do things, especially if it's something that you don't do a lot, or it's been a while, or if you offer several different things, you're going to want to get those business processes down to refresh your own memory of how things should go, because it's easy for people to contact you and to get thrown off of how you do things. So with those business processes in place, you are able to follow your own step-by-step plan and execute without having other people dictate how you run your own business. So the first thing you need to avoid, the first mistake you need to avoid is when you're mapping out your business processes is overcomplicating things. Your business processes should be simple, they should be straightforward, and they shouldn't be more than 10 steps. If it's more than 10 steps, you want to think about breaking that into another process, but anything over that can become overwhelming. So when you don't overcomplicate things, you want to remember it's easier to manage the business process, it's easier to carry out, and it's easier to update. Especially as your business grows, you're going to need to update your business processes every now and again. So if you have things super complicated put down in all these elaborate steps, that's going to make that task that much harder. So again, you don't want a wordy document. If it is wordy now, look for places where you can cut out all that stuff in there and get down to the simplest, to the point, how to execute this task. That's what you want to do. Number 2, using too much jargon. So you might know what your industry uses, and maybe even some of your team members do, but you don't want to fill up your business process with a whole bunch of industry jargon. You want it to be clear, simple language that anybody can understand, even a third grader, because that helps in executing this business process. It helps in executing the task without confusion. So you want to write for clarity, and you want to write for understanding, and you want to cut out all of that jargon in there. Save the jargon, when you're just talking or batting things around, but don't put that in your business processes unless you're going to have a separate form that is like a dictionary saying this is what this means. But again, we're trying to get it to where it is clear, simple, and can be executed, right? Number 3, no context. So your documented processes should stick to only what the person needs to know, but it should also include some context in that. So the person learning it needs to understand, how does this fit into your business? How does this fit into your mission, your vision of your business? How does this all connect to the dots? So be sure that you put context in with your business processes when you are mapping them out. You should have a goal of what is the end game of this task. What am I trying to do? If you're documenting how you onboard clients, what is the end goal? To successfully onboard this client and give them a smooth experience, right? So that's what I mean by context. That's what you want to put into your business processes, okay? Number 4, don't focus on what not to do. Again, even though this is a simple, you're laying things out simply and stuff, you don't want to be negative when you're putting everything down, like don't do this or don't do that or da-da-da-da, right? You want to keep it positive. You want to keep it where you're telling them this is the correct way to do these things. If it's something that you have to put in there, like don't delete this document because, we don't have this anyplace else, you can put that in there, but overall you want your business processes to be positive, so the person carrying it out don't think that, that just put that spirit of I'm doing it wrong from the get-go, right? So you don't want to put a lot of don't do this, don't do that. That's not how you want to format your document or write it up. You want to write it up positively, and you want to clearly state what you need to state. And number 5 is no supervision. So try to write out your business processes where they don't have to go to someone else in order to perform their task, where they don't have to come to you to perform their task, because again, the purpose of business processes is so you can effectively hire out or outsource or delegate and free up your time so you can get back to doing what you love to do and can focus more on your money-making activities. Well, you can't do that if, in order for someone to execute this process in your business, they have to come to you first or get approval from you first or go to someone else first. You want to write your processes in such a way that when they perform it, they can do it on their own. They're a self-starter. That's most companies like, I want a self-starter. So you want to write your task in a way that these people can execute it without having to come to you or come to someone else. So really think about that. And you might have some things in your business that will require a step, especially if it's having to do with your website, where this person might have to collaborate with someone else or get someone else approval or opinion before it's executed fully, but try not to have all of your tasks like that, okay? So again, these mistakes you want to avoid is, number 1, overcomplicating things. Number 2, you don't want to use too much jargon. Number 3, you don't want to produce anything that has no context to it. Number 4, you don't want to focus on negativity in your business process. And number 5, you don't want to have business processes where there always have to be supervision. So that is our wrap up this month on business processes, how to get them done, what not to do, how to effectively get them happening in your business, especially if you haven't had one in there before. This is so important. It's a key foundation step for your business, is to get these processes down and documented so that you can grow and scale in the near future. Now, I want to invite you, if you need help with this, you can grab my Powered Up Tech Evaluation, which is available at bit.ly/powereduptech. This document or workbook actually will help you document all of the processes that you have going on in your business now. It'll help you figure out what your team members are doing and what their processes are, and it helps you document what tech tools you're using in your business. And then you also get an hour with me so we can look at it, see what's missing, where are the gaps, and what we can put in place to get an effective system going in your business. So again, that is the Powered Up Tech Evaluation. You should really do this once a year, if not more, so you can keep on top of your processes and evaluate what's working and what's not working. But it's bit.ly/powereduptech. Thanks, Valerie, for dropping that in the comments. And grab that right now and, get going on that. Don't waste any more time not having anything in place, not having anything documented. You really need to document your processes, okay? Now, next month, we are going to be focusing on marketing automation. That's everything from your funnels, your email marketing. We're going to be talking about it all, marketing tools, automation tools for marketing. So be sure to join me next week. That will be next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we will start the month focusing on marketing automation. If you have any questions on business processes or system setup or automation, be sure to drop them into the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. I always go back and answer my comments. So if you are watching this on replay, be sure to drop any questions you have, any comments you have, drop them in the comment section, and I will come back and answer them. Hey, Judy, how are you doing? And I want to thank Valerie, Deidre, Judy, and anyone else who joined me live. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I am Samantha Pointer of Get It Together, and I help coaches and consultants to automate and systematize their business. So again, join me next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you all have a great rest of the evening. Bye.